A nonprofit animal sanctuary needs help paying for one of their own to go to school. We're not talking about one of the staff, we're talking about one of their wolves. The Wolf Run Wildlife Sanctuary wants one of their wolf hybrids to become a certified therapy dog. WKYT's Mike Linden shows us what it takes to earn that type of certification.
While school is in session across the state, it's just getting started for a wolf. That's right, a wolf from Jessamine County.
She's a higher content wolf dog, meaning that she has a lot more wolf than dog in her, and that's some of the challenges we have with training Nayeli.
Nayeli is one of many wolf hybrids living at the nonprofit Wolf Run Wildlife Sanctuary in Jessamine County.
Money, come!
Just over a year old, Nayeli is going to school at Sit Means Sit in Lexington to become a certified therapy dog. Once certified, Nayeli can work on a television or movie set.
We're going to work with her a little bit differently, especially with the career that she's going into. We're going to focus a lot on that attention, so that way we're going to be able to direct her wherever we need her to go when she's on set.
Nayeli's handlers say that she'll be in school for 6 months of private training, but they say she's already great around people.
Okay.
For a nonprofit animal sanctuary like Wolf Run, Nayeli's training is expensive.
They've given us a discount, but still for a nonprofit sanctuary it's a little expensive, so we have our GoFundMe set up.
Nayeli's training costs $995. Any additional money donated will go right back to the sanctuary.
Feeding, vet bills, getting these guys everything that they need. Tunnel.
In Lexington, Mike Linden, WKYT.
An animal cruelty investigation is underway in Nicholasville after 19 dogs were pulled from a home.
A northern Kentucky family is dealing with a tough loss. 2 young children died in a fire yesterday morning.
A Lexington hip-hop artist is hoping to create an explosion of goodwill. I'll tell you why your money is no good for his new album.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 6.
A central Kentucky shelter is nursing nearly 24 dogs back to health. Thanks for watching WKYT on the CW Lexington. I'm Kristen Kennedy. Animal control officers in Jessamine County took 19 dogs from a home on Green Street in Nicholasville yesterday. WKYT's Sam Smith is talking to the animal control officers about the charges the owner could face. He has our top story at 6.
Officials with Animal Care and Control went into a home here in Nicholasville and pulled out 19 dogs of varying ages and breeds. Those dogs are now here at the shelter. Here's video of 2 of those dogs. A home on Green Street in Nicholasville was searched yesterday. Officials say the woman that lives there surrendered 15 of the 19 dogs. Those 15 dogs will eventually be available for adoption once their health issues are sorted. The other 4 dogs were not surrendered. They will remain in Animal Control's custody and will be used as evidence. At this point, the owner of the dogs has not been charged. Officials expect to charge her on Monday with 19 counts of animal cruelty.
The animals there were infested with fleas, worms. We brought a veterinarian on scene who did a brief exam of the dogs. Many of them were found to be anemic, so at that point we made the decision to take the dogs in.
Now, beyond the dogs' health issues, they need to be acclimated to humans. They have people here at the shelter that will work with the dogs to make sure they aren't afraid of people. In Nicholasville, Sam Smith, WKYT.
Shelter leaders have recently dealt with several animal cruelty cases. They do need donations to keep caring for those animals. An Owen County family is dealing with a terrible loss tonight. A 2-year-old and 4-year-old died in a house fire yesterday morning. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is talking with the Owenton Fire Chief about what happened.
That fire yesterday in Owen County is one that the fire chief there says he will never forget and one that he hopes to never see again.
It's a sad day. When you've been in this business as long as I have, and you don't get used to it. You just kind of say, okay, you did the best you could. It's something that you don't want to see ever again.
Chief Powers says when they got to the Gaines Village Drive home, there were already flames and heavy smoke coming from the home.
It got so hot we had to back out, then we knocked more flames down, then it became a rescue mission.
Once firefighters made it inside, they found the two young sisters, 4-year-old Alicia and 2-year-old Abigail.
To lose young kids in a fire like that, it does hurt. And it's going to hurt this community. I mean, my heart goes out to the family of these kids, these two girls.
Now, the girls' father was home at the time of the fire, but was unable to save them. Investigators say the home did not have working smoke detectors. In the newsroom, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Fire crews haven't figured out the cause of the fire, but they do not suspect foul play. State police are still trying to track down the person responsible for a murder in Estill County. Troopers found 44-year-old Mickey Randall Riddle dead inside his home on Pea Ridge Road in Irvin Friday. A neighbor saw a purple van with gold trim near Riddle's home around the same time 2 shots were fired. She is out of jail and expected to be back at work tomorrow. Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis left jail last week. She is still refusing to issue marriage licenses. Friday, Davis's attorneys filed a new emergency stay motion in federal appeals court, asking that Judge Bunning's order Davis to issue licenses be thrown out. A Jessamine County family is trying to save what they can after a fire ripped through their home. They now live on Florence Court. The fire started around 3 this morning. Crews were able to contain the flames to just one room and a hallway. They're still not sure what caused that fire. The family has set up a GoFundMe page to help with the cost of repairs. We have that link on our website at WKYT.com. A man in Lexington is in jail tonight accused of breaking into a home and attacking the homeowner. Police arrested 36-year-old Clay Guerin this morning. They say he kicked in the door of a home on Shropshire Avenue late last night and hit the homeowner with a cast iron skillet. Officers think the victim and Guerin know each other. They're charging Guerin with burglary and other drug-related charges. The fall-like weather isn't here to stay just yet. We're tracking a slight warm-up heading into the work week. Meteorologist Jim Caldwell is tracking those changes for us.
Yeah, we're going to see some warmer temperatures get back into town after we have one more big dip tonight, where we likely end up in the low and mid 40s. Out there right now, it's just gorgeous. We're looking out over toward the Hamburg area, and you're just seeing some cloud cover. Not a whole lot hanging out with us today, and that allowed temperatures to get up in some cases across the area. Compared to where we were yesterday, a lot of folks got stuck in the low 60s. Out there today, we're in the mid and upper 60s in many locations. But now we're going to start in that downward spiral to watch these temperatures continue to drop as we advance into the overnight. Defender, quiet and pretty much quiet all day. We had a few lingering showers out in eastern Kentucky, and that was really about it from early this morning and even into the first part of the afternoon. But now you see that everything is nice and quiet, and it's all about smooth sailing as far as precipitation chances are concerned. So here's what we've got. A very chilly night coming your way tonight, but the warming will begin Monday. Not Monday morning, but during the daytime hours. We likely make a run back into the 70s, and then it's just an average week. This is the final full week of summer, too. Keep that in mind because fall begins next Wednesday. So this is the final stretch, and we should be around 80 for daytime highs this time of year. Where we'll be. I'll take a closer look at that with a 7-day coming up in just a few minutes.
A Lexington hip-hop artist is releasing an album tonight. Instead of taking money for the music, he's asking listeners to pay in a different way. WKYT's Sean Moody talked to the man behind the movement, Divine Karama.
Divine Karama says the balance of hip-hop has swung too far to the negative side, and he's trying to pull it back. He says he always tries to promote positivity through his lyrics, but there's a twist to his new album release that he hopes will trigger an explosion of goodwill.
Forward is my goal. I'm not trying to back
A Vintage Love Supreme will be Karama's 10th album.
Throwback vintage hip-hop, so old school.
He's releasing it online at midnight tonight. He says the lyrics are meant to be uplifting. That's something he says he doesn't see enough of in the hip-hop world.
It's frustrating because I know how beautiful hip-hop can be. Where's the positive side of it? Because this is an art form that is the voice for the community, so is the only voice of our community negative? So I said I want to do something really different this time.
Which brings us back to his new album.
I was a little worried, but I think it's working out. We're getting a good response.
Instead of taking money for the album, he's asking people to take pictures of themselves doing something for the community and then tag him on Twitter or Facebook.
Donate to a charity. That could be bringing some clothes to the Goodwill. That could be whatever community service is to you. That's how you get a copy of the album.
Tomorrow, he expects to see an avalanche of good deeds, and he hopes it'll keep spreading from there.
800 commitments so far for people to do community service on Monday and moving forward. So that's amazing, you know, as long as they do it. And again, our goal is 1,000.
And Karama says he'll be volunteering at several places around Lexington tomorrow to kick off that release. In Lexington, Sean Moody, WKYT.
In the past, Karama's nonprofit Believing in Forever has held coat drives and essay contests for students.